Hello everybody, and welcome back for another strategies, tactics, and boosts video. And this week's event, with the first team event, and it's Williams GP event. So this means boosted drivers, the Williams drivers, Albon and Logan. But before we go on and see about our new event, I hope that everything went well in the Spain GP. I hope we helped with our strategies, with the strategies we suggested. And of course, don't forget that we always revise our strategies and we always complete them, and maybe sometimes we are wrong and we correct everything is tested every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the live stream, so don't miss that. Well, let's not waste any time. Let's go and see our this week's event. As I said, Williams Team Series event this week. Albon, Logan, the boosted drivers with 10%, and Kupa. Yes, Kupa. Kupa is the boost of the event. So this is what we get in our rewards. One of the best and most used boosts this season. And for the qualifying round, because we are going to talk about the qualifying round, for the qualifying round, we are going to race in Belgium, then in Bahrain, Imola, and finally in Australia, Melbourne. Belgium and Melbourne with possibilities of rain. And as we can see, let's say a few things for the opening and final round tracks. We are going to have a lot of changes in the weather. So half the tracks have possibilities of raining. So it will be an interesting mix. But we will leave opening and final round for our next video. Let's stick to our qualifying round. And okay, once again, always the same mistake. Okay, now we are ready. So let's get started. First of all, we have the Belgium GP. Excuse me. Now we are ready. The Belgium GP. This is, for me, it's in one way road, only two pit stops, but I have seen many players trying different things. Maybe we can talk about them. Uh, we could say that this is a combo track because sector 1, the red sector, as you can see, a very big straight, and sectors 2 and 3, lots of corners. Mainly we overtake in sector 2, the blue sector, in corners. Let me see the numbers. In corners 8, 9, 10, 8 and 9 not so much, 10, 11, 12 and 13 are where we have the biggest chance of overtaking. And sector 3, the yellow sector, is where we have the best opportunity to recharge our power unit. almost no overtaking in that sector, so we can easily reserve and recharge our power unit. Let's see our tactics. As I uh, as I said, for me, if uh, if it was up to me, this is the best strategy wherever we are, back, middle, top of the grid. Uh, Two pit stops, only softs, maybe a combo boost like Merlion or Koopa, maybe a speed boost like Taurus or Eclipse or Street Shark, which will give us, or Firework, that will give us a great, good race start, and of course a cornering boost like Koopa, Prince, Kawai, Movember. Now, many would like to go for one pit stop if your driver doesn't have good tire management, hard to do 3 laps. And here I would prefer speed boosts to make the hards go fast. Go fast. Don't be so slow, because we know that hards are very slow. So this is why we choose Skull, Deadfast, Firework, Eclipse, Street Shark, all the speed boosts. Of course, a cornering boost like Koopa would be a choice, but I would really like something like I would really like Deadfast, where we can see 10 in speed and 8 in power unit, or easily Street Shark for a good start, a little bit of speed and overtaking. We need some speed to add when we use hards, so we can be a little bit faster. Now, if your drivers have good tire management, we can do the same strategy but using mediums, char or downforce, or maybe, give me 1 minute. Okay, now I'm lost. I will find it. Yep, here it is. Or maybe even Movember, which gives us some uh, tire management. We need something with tire management for this strategy in order to be able to push a little bit in the corners we said, which are the corners we can overtake our opponents. Some would say that we can use a different strategy, and we talked about this strategy even last season. 1-3-2, so soft, medium, or hard, and soft. Maybe it's better soft, medium, soft. So in the second stint, 3 laps, we don't push, we just recharge our power unit and then push in our second, in our third stint. Haven't used it yet. If I use it and see that it works, you will see it being added in our strategies. So we have 6%, if I remember well, we have 6% chance of raining. This means that we're going to see wet strategies too. Tactic boosts don't change anymore because we don't have wet boosts, but strategies, okay, 2-2-2 again would be a good choice, and 3-3 here we don't need tire management because the wets easily do 3 laps in Belgium and we can push. So these are the two strategies we can choose. Maybe because wets are slow are like hards. Maybe the one pit stop strategy is better here, but I don't know. Sometimes this works. Sometimes two pit stop works when we have rain. So probably if we are in the middle or at the top of the grid, I would choose this strategy. And if we are at the back of the grid, at least one driver 3-3, and our other driver do two pit stops. Now, let's go to Bahrain. Bahrain is, as I always say, even as even when you see the map of the track, it's like you are seeing Austria track. They are very similar, lots of mid straights and lots of corners. The definition of combo track. So here we can choose combo boosts, of course, or uh, even speed boosts or corner boosts. It depends. It even depends on our car setup. I have always, I'm always saying that if you have a setup with a high speed attribute, then boost your cornering. If you have high cornering in your car setup, then boost your speed with the boost you're going to choose, so you have a more balanced setup for your car, especially for tracks like this, tracks like Bahrain or Austria, where we need both speed and cornering. Don't forget that speed in this season, it's not only how fast we go. Speed means the top speed and the acceleration. So in these tracks we need acceleration. Our straights are not big. We need to get in a fast in our top speed as fast as we can. So my strategies for this track, uh, wherever you are in the grid, wherever you are in the grid, is a two pit stop track. Don't even think anything else. This is the fastest way you can go. Okay, I can understand that pit stops take a lot of time, but this track is very fast, and we need we need to be on the track with the fastest compounds we can. So soft 233 for one driver and 332 for our second driver. You see there is a medium compound in one of our stints, depending on the strategy. This is if your driver cannot do 3 laps with the softs and be able to push. And we are at the beginning of the season. I believe that most of our drivers don't have the ability to do 3 laps with softs and push. So this is why a stint is middle, with a medium compound. And 233, we push a little bit in our first lap in the first stint. Then in our second stint we just go with the yellow, push only if we have we get stuck behind a slower car. Only there we push only to overtake that car, and then again yellow, so we can do 3 laps with the soft compound, and we must recharge in this stint. We must recharge our power unit, because in our last stint we are using the medium compound, so we can deplete our power, especially in the last lap. We are going to push as much as we can. So this is the way to do this strategy. And for our other driver, 332, so we don't have stacking problems. And here we push again a little bit in the first lap, so we gain some positions. Then only we push only when we get stuck behind another a slower car, and we recharge our power unit. In our second stint we can push a little bit more. That's why we use the medium compound. But we try to keep a balance between pushing and recharging, so we have uh, a full power unit for our last stint. 2 laps with a soft. If we can have a full 100% power unit, it would be the best thing to do. We will be very aggressive at the end, where mainly the bots have lots of problems and go slow. Now, alternatively, we can do 3 laps, 3 stints, all softs, but then our middle stint would be a little bit more conservative. We won't be able to push as much as we can, but of course, because we are going to be a little bit conservative, for sure we are going to have 100% power unit for our last stint. It depends uh, if your drivers can support 3 laps with a soft easily, then yes, soft for all 3 stints here. Come on. Okay. Ah, Imola, this nightmare. Yeah, it's a nightmare, I believe, for many of us. Oh, we didn't. Forgive me. Let's go back and see. As you can see here, my choices are Merlion and Hunin, combo boosts, Koopa if you want cornering, Firework if you want speed, and again if you want speed, Street Shark if you want cornering, Hook, Herald, Kavai. This is a track we can choose whatever we need depending on our car setup, because this track, as I said, needs speed and cornering both. So see your setup, see where you have the lowest attribute, and boost accordingly. Okay, now Imola. This is one track I don't know. I really don't know. So if we are at the back or in the middle of the grid, 4-4 with the hards. Mainly, we would like to have speed boosts, so we make the hards go a little bit faster, and that's why you see Merlion, Taurus will give us the ability to push even more, because as we can see here, we have it boosts our ERS plus 10 points. I know that we haven't seen yet um, a big impact of this boost of the ERS boost, the power unit boost, but well, I believe that it adds something, maybe not so obvious, but uh, Taurus will give us speed, will give us overtaking, so why not use it and hope that ERS boosting really works even a little. Now, if you are in the middle of the grid or at the top of the grid, then not at the back of the grid, then soft, medium 2-3-3, and soft, medium, soft 3-3-2 are very good choices. Let's see uh, the differences between these strategies and how we choose our compounds. So at the beginning, of course, we're going to push, gain some positions, then we are going on the yellow. second stint, second lap on the yellow and some recharging, because we want in our second stint to be able to push a little bit more. Everybody, all the bots are going to pit on the third and on the fourth lap, so we need to be able to have a power unit that we can push. And if we push in Imola, we cannot do 3 laps with the softs, at least not with the drivers we have now. Maybe for those of you that have upgraded drivers to level to higher levels, maybe you can do it with softs, but at the moment I believe that medium is the best choice. We push lap 3, lap 4 when all the bots are pitting, and then we conserve and charge our um, our power unit in order to have power for our last stint. Now the last stint is with mediums because we want to be able again to push as much as we can. Now if we believe that, or if the race comes this way, that we have an empty power unit, then instead of medium, choose softs and go on yellow, sometimes conserve. You will be fast because of the softs, and uh, you can push in a few spots, not a lot, and especially you can conserve and keep your tires for the last lap, where you will be where pushing is more effective. But you can see it during the race if you will choose softs or medium. Now for our other driver, soft, medium, soft, first stint we will push in the first half of the first lap, and then yellow and some conserving. Softs are a fast compound. We don't need to push. We just need to recharge our power unit. Then we are going to have a lot of power to push in our second stint, and especially uh, in lap number 4. Maybe we will need to push the whole lap, because we will have bots pitting in lap 4, so we need that lap after lap 4, so we need that lap to be fast. Then we conserve 2 laps, recharge our power unit, and be ready for our last stint. Of course, when we do 2 laps, a stint with 2 laps, it's obvious that we're going to use softs. Now, Imola, a combo track also. So this is why you see again Merlion and Tunin, our best combo boosts. Koopa and Prince, if we want to boost our cornering. Hook, Herald, Kawai. We as you can see, if we don't use a combo boost, I mainly chose cornering boosts, because in these two strategies our compounds are fast, so maybe it is better to boost our cornering and get the speed out of our compounds. Okay, and last track, Australia. Yep, Australia. We didn't have the chance to complete a normal race in Australia last GP. In our opening, we had a crazy start, if I remember well, with from Sainz, and with Hards he went from P16 to P4. So this you cannot have safe consumptions out of a race like that, and then in the final we had a safety car. So no, we had a safety car or rain, I don't remember. So we didn't get to test in an event in a GP our strategies, but we are okay. What we know is that this is not a fast track; it's a very slow track. So cornering and only cornering. Now, 5-3, hard, soft. It worked. It seemed that it's a good strategy. Tsar, Movember, maybe the best choices, so we can be able to push a little bit. Uh, because of the tire management, the boosting in tire management that Tsar and Movember is giving us. Of course, a combo boost like TuneIn is always useful, or Merlion maybe, but I would prefer Tsar or Movember for this strategy. Alternatively, Koopa or Prince. And as you can see here, medium hard 4-4. Mediums are on it's if with the drivers we have now, it's very difficult to do 4 laps in Australia with mediums. So Tsar or Movember for this track. Tsar probably with the which gives us more power, more tire management. Double Tsar for both our drivers would be a good choice here. And in our first stint, be careful, we cannot push anywhere. No, we cannot do. We are on yellow, and maybe sometimes we need to be to conserve. So it will be a little bit slow. This it will be a little bit slow to our first stint. Let me don't forget, I forgot to tell you that this strategy, hard soft, only if you are at the back or at the middle of in the middle of the grid. This one, 4-4, it's for wherever we are, top, middle, or back of the grid. We can use this strategy, and if we are in the middle or at the top of the grid, then 3-3-2 and 2-3-3. Of course, is the fastest choice for this track, and the softs will give us a good starting, a good grip for the start of the race. So, and as we always say, when we are in higher positions at the top of the grid, we need the softest compound we can use, so we have a better start. 3-3-2, Hook, Koopa, Movember, Herald. As you can see, we choose cornering boosts and only that. A good start and cornering boosts, I believe it's the secret for Melbourne. Now, there is a high possibility of rain. So um, again, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, 5-3. If it rains, nothing changes in boosts, in tactics, in how we implement this strategy. 4-4. Here, wherever we are, there is we choose this strategy, uh, back, middle, top of the grid. And maybe if we are P1, P2, this is not if we are in the middle of the grid, because now we don't have the advantage of the fastest compound. This is only if we are P1, P2, and we make a gap big enough so we can do one more pit stop. Else, 4-4 probably for both our drivers is the best way, the best strategy to follow in a wet Melbourne race. Okay, so okay, that's our propositions. That's what we choose for this qualifying round, and um, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because let's see. Let's have our tracks here so we can talk about it. Um, Imola, we all know it's a nightmare for most of us, so it's going to be a difficult race. Melbourne, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, another difficult track. Mainly, we have a little bit more easier uh, job task in our hands in Belgium and Bahrain. But again, I have seen lots of players in Belgium getting stuck behind slower cars, and it's going to be a task. It's going to be a difficult task this qualifying round, and generally this event has uh, difficult tracks, but for opening and final round we are going to talk in our next video. Anyway, this is what I think we should do for these four tracks: Belgium, Bahrain, Imola and Melbourne. I hope this video will be helpful, will help you qualify uh, for the opening round. Um, as I always say, in the section, in the comment section, I want your feedback about the tactics we suggest and you use, so we can exchange notes and see what's best. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and be here for our next video. Take care, everybody, and have great results. Bye.